Okay, so they want us to reflect, write a reflection rule for triangle KLM to its image. They don't give us its image, so we have to hit solution here. And they give us the image. So the pre-image is KML or KLM. And then we're reflecting over some line. We don't know what that line is. We have to figure that out. And we're getting L prime, K prime, and M prime. Triangle L prime, K prime, M prime. Right, so we have triangle KLM. We're reflecting over some line, some sort of reflection here, and that's leading us to triangle K prime, L prime, M prime. Okay. We need to figure out what that reflection is. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at L and L prime, and we're going to have to find the midpoint of two of these, right? Because remember, the line of reflection is halfway between the original point and its image, the pre-image and the image. So if we look at L and L prime here, let's find the midpoint of L and L prime. So if we remember, our midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So we're simply finding, so the midpoint of L and L prime here. Okay, so x1 plus x2 divided by 2, that's 1 plus 3 divided by 2. And then for your y value, again, you're going to have 3 plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so the midpoint here of L and L prime is going to be 4 divided by 2 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so that's one point on our line of reflection. Now we need to find another point on our line of reflection. So let's just use K and K prime. Okay, so if we find the midpoint of K and K prime, okay, so x1 plus x2, that's negative 3 plus 5 over 2. Okay, and then our y value is 5 plus negative 3 over 2. Okay, so the midpoint of K and K prime is going to be, what's that? 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 1, 1. Okay, so we know our line of reflection here goes through points 2, 2 here, and through points 2, 1. Okay. And all you need is 2 points to define a line. So now we can simply draw in, right, the rest of our line of reflection. Okay, it's going to go through those 2 points. Okay, and down through the rest here. Okay, you could find M and M prime too, but again, you only need 2 points to define a line. Okay, and so let's come up and figure out what that line is. So to know the line, we need the y-intercept and the slope. So let's find the slope. So slope is rise over run, right? Also known as change in y over change in x. So we can find that. So that's y2 minus y1, right? And x2 minus x1. So our two y values here are 2 and 1. So we're going to do 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1. Okay, well, that's going to be 1 over 1, which is 1. So our slope here is going to be 1. Right, so we know that y, okay, we can write it over here, I guess, right, equals mx plus b. Right, so we know that y equals 1x plus b. Right, we know our slope is 1, so we can put a 1 in there, but we don't need to write it. Okay, and then if we want to find the y-intercept, we just plug one of our points back in. So I'm just going to plug in this point here, 1, 1. So the y value is 1. Okay, and the x value is 1. Okay, all right, so we're substituting in this coordinate here. All right, we're substituting that into this equation. Okay, so y is 1 and x is 1. Subtract 1 from both sides, and you get 0 equals b. So your y-intercept is 0. That means the equation of our line is going to be y equals, right, 1x, so we can just put x, plus b, so plus 0, and you don't need to write 0 in. So the line that we're reflecting over is the line y equals x. So here we have a reflection across the line y equals x. This is the line y equals x. Okay. And when we reflect over the line y equals x, we do see a pattern here, right? So what we see is the coordinates switching. So negative 3, 5 becomes 5, negative 3. 1, 3 becomes 3, 1. Negative 5, 1 becomes 1, negative 5. The x is becoming the y. So when we do this reflection over, over the line y equals x, we start with xy, right? And when we reflect it, right, a reflection across the line y equals x, we simply flip the coordinates, and that's going to become y comma x. Okay, so that would be the pattern for this one.